We are now joined by Vancouver Rise FC head coach Anya Heiner-Muller, captain Samantha Chang, MVP of the final Morgan McCaslin, and the 2025 NSL playoff champions. We would like to start on the floor. Go ahead, Shereen.
So I'm going to have two follow-ups because they're both here. And when we talked a couple weeks ago, I had asked you if it was strategy for your team to peak in the playoffs. And you were very gracious and said no. Do you think that's actually what happened?
It was a great game. I think Toronto played a really good first half, first of all. But the resilience in this team is just amazing. So to come back from that and finishing it up like that with a 2-1 win, I'm just so proud of the team.
Sam, congratulations to all of you. Should have started with that. Also, Sharina and CBC News should have started with that. You said in Media Day that you would win together. You and Holly both said. How were you going to win? Is that how you describe this win?
Absolutely. We knew that was what it was going to take to beat a really good team like Toronto, and it was going to take every single one of us stepping up in our moments, and that's exactly what happened today. The first half was not great, but the rain delay honestly gave us a moment to just reconnect with each other, figure out what we needed to do moving forward, and we did that. We stuck to the game plan, and we were able to score 2 goals in the second half, which is amazing.
Morgan, congratulations. Scoreline may have been very different had you not performed the way you have. Was there a moment for you where you're like, oh no, this is my house?
Honestly, I think the one that was offside against Esther, even though it was offside, I feel like it would have been a big save, and I was kind of like, okay, I'm in the game, I'm ready to make a big save, I'm here when our team needs me, but I feel like the strikers just stepped up and did their thing, so I was ready.
Okay, David.
Ladies, congratulations. It's been a pleasure to cover you guys my third time this year. I covered you guys in Ottawa last week. I want to get to that point because Morgan made 2 big saves in that penalty shootout that brought you here, and then in the first 15 minutes made like 5 or 6 saves. So to you, just like, how did you manage to do it? And then to both Coach and Samantha, just speak about your goalkeeper. So I guess all 3 of you feel free to answer this.
I feel like the penalty shootout, I don't like to practice penalties that much in practice, and I kind of just let it come to me. So I feel like in that moment, I was like, this is my time. I could step up and make a big save and help my team. I felt like against Ottawa specifically, they've scored some good goals on us. I never really got a chance to make a big save in those games. So I thought that was kind of my time to, show up for my team. So, yeah.
Yeah, on Morgan, I think, when she's confident, she's the best, shot stopper in this league. And even on that 1v1 with Esther that got called offside, I had confidence she was going to make a split save and save it. And that's just the kind of keeper she is. And, Morgan's much more than just an on-the-field player for our team. She's lighthearted off the field, always making jokes, always, giving your teammate a little bit something. So, we love Morgan, and I'm so happy for her MVP.
Yeah, I think you've said it all. Morgan, we did see a picture of you like 1 year ago. You were like this over the shoulders. Now you're like this. So I think you're also working hard in the gym, right? Yeah, so that's also one that is really hard working.
I've been bulking.
Yeah.
So, Samantha, Neil Davidson from the Canadian Press, congratulations. When the other team has chance after chance, is there a sinking feeling, or is the fact that they're not converting those chances giving you the hope that you're just one kick away?
Yeah, I think against Toronto, they are a very clinical team. So when they are getting chance after chance and building momentum, it is a stressful feeling because you know that they'll probably convert one of them sometime soon. So like even towards the end of the game there, just defending as well as we could. I was definitely stressed, definitely. Even when the whistle blew, it took me a second to realize that what we had done because I was so stressed from the moment. They're such a clinical team, but, it's just about trying to move on and move on to the next play and do everything you can to stop the next attack from happening and conceding.
Sam, right before that rain delay, a bit of a difficult moment for the midfield. Quinn goes down, gets injured. Anya, you would sub in Nikki Stanton, who ends up providing the equalizer. So I'm curious for Sam's thoughts and Anya's thoughts on that moment and kind of what that meant in this game.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I assisted the equalizer, just to clarify there. But just to say that. But besides that, we have full confidence in every single person coming off the bench, whether Nikki's done phenomenal in the midfield other times this year when Quinny's been injured and out. So she knows that we have full trust in her. And, it's just about her doing what she does best, which is just breaking up play, connecting passes. And, she was phenomenal at that today again. And stepping up and subbing in the first half is never easy, especially in a final. But we have full confidence in her.
Yeah, I just want to say we talk a lot about momentum, and we know when momentum is on for the opposite team, we need to have that back, and that can come in small moments in there. And that stopped there with the lightning and all these things. That was a restart for us. We had to make it through 7 minutes, and then we had a new restart. And that was important for us in the sub also. It came in with some new energy and seeing it from the outside, because yes, it is stressful when you're in there, you're trying to make a difference, but that was definitely 2 new starts for us, which did us good.
We'll go over here.
I wanted to ask you, it was called a midfield game that is going to be, I think it was more of a mental, come the rain delay. What was said on the locker room? What would you take also from the players, also the locker room, but for the coach, what would you take for this season comes the next one? What do you want to improve and what do you want to keep?
Okay, so building on top of this season, I think extra proud here of the team, because we haven't been up just secured playoffs the whole time. We've been under the line there, so we fought our way back. And that resilience coming with that, and also the penalties and the extra time in the semifinals, that's something that really stretches a long time. So I think going into next season, we also know that we can have those comebacks when we have harder halves like we did in the first half. So that's definitely a huge gift for us as a team.
Over there.
Hi, Paul Apple from the Globe and Mail. A question for Samantha and Morgan. First two-part really. One is the kind of hockey handshake afterwards. Is that an organic thing, or was that pre-planned, or
Sorry, what was
the kind of hockey handshake where where the teams kind of crossed and
Yeah, we always do that in soccer. Yeah, it's they're a great team, and I have tons of friends over there, and it's just congratulating them on a great season, and putting that aside. Despite what happened on the field, us winning and them losing, just saying good game, good fight.
And Morgan, just a thought. The sharp end of professional sports, you were in the ski goggles, you got the champagne spray on it, and unfortunately on the other side, your opposite number had obviously a difficult moment in that game. As a goalkeeper, that comes with the territory. I just wondered if you had any thoughts about again, sports is such small margins that win, loss here, there, and
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I feel like we didn't have that many chances, but I thought we were really clinical today on the couple of chances we had. So it is just those small margins of Holly putting one away, Nikki putting one away, and maybe winning a tackle in the midfield or winning a tackle in the back line that set us apart today. So I think we took care of the small details, and yeah, it all kind of fell our way today, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We have time for 2 more questions. So we'll go there.
Congratulations on the win, being part of history now, first ever NSL Cup champs. You're 2-0 at BMO Field, and sorry, Jermaine Fan First Network. 2-0 at BMO Field now. AFC Toronto has announced that they're going to be playing half the regular season games at BMO Field next year.
In general, that's great. Sorry. So that is, yeah.
What was the secret sauce for you guys this season, and are you looking forward to playing a lot more games at BMO next year?
I just want to say, we see that in the Women's Super League in England, those small steps there, they're huge. That's great. I didn't know that. Credit to City of Toronto there. Yeah, let's have more of that in all the cities here. That's great.
And just for Samantha, what was the secret sauce for you guys at BMO this season, and are you going to get back here next year?
Yeah, I think for us, BMO, there's a ton of players on our team that are from the GTA area, me and Morgan both. So it's just knowing that, having that extra support from your family and knowing they're going to be there for you and be in the stands watching, that means a lot. And, it's just knowing, playing in a big stadium is always a huge opportunity. Just, that's the things you look back on when your career's done. So to win a final at BMO, where we both, grew up coming to games when we were younger, that's such a special moment for us, and we'll remember that forever.
And John, to close.
Thanks. Sam, maybe just as a Canadian, maybe you just speak to sort of, what this season has meant to you and ending it this way. And also, how much of an advertisement do you think this final was today with all the drama for the NSL going forward?
Yeah, this league, it's been a long time coming, and all credit to Diana Matheson for getting it actually going and setting it up and bringing people in that care about women's sports and women's soccer specifically, care about growing the league and the developing players in Canada. When I heard about it, I knew that it was something that I wanted to be a part of, and I'm so grateful that, you know, we got the opportunity to be a part of the first ever league. You know, we hit a lot of milestones this year, playing in the first ever game and now winning the first trophy. Like, it does feel so full circle for us, and I think the final being so electric and getting so many fans and back and forth, you know, 2 goals in the second half to put us ahead, like, you know, even our semifinal matchup against Ottawa, like, it's all been great sports, you know, men, women, doesn't matter. It's been great sporting events to watch. So I think that that's a huge advertisement for, you know, everybody in Canada to keep watching, keep supporting.